on the Mid and North Powys Mind webpage, Facebook page, sorry. And there are some instructions on how to do the exercises and some of the health benefits as well. And there's a couple more pages that we'll put up as we get into the exercises. So have a look out for those. And just to remind you and tell you if you haven't been with us before, that as you're going through these exercises, to do them, we'll do them slowly, and just to do them as much as your body wants to do them. So I think I said last time that we do it from the inside out. So by dropping whatever's going on in your mind and just bringing your attention into your body, you can actually feel or hear how your body is as you go through the exercises. And in that way, you won't do too much. You won't do more than your body wants you to do. So that's really important. And the other thing that we've been talking about as we've been doing these Tai Chi sessions is this thing about unlocking the knees. So if I turn sideways so you can see that more easily, that instead of having the knees locked back when you're standing up straight, that you just bring them forward enough so that they come off that feeling of being locked back. And so it looks like this. So those of you who have already been joining us for these sessions, I hope you've been practicing at home whenever you remember. And just to keep doing that, and I think I said the first time that it took me about 6 months for this to feel like the normal. And so that's quite a long time of practicing. So it's not going to happen overnight, but really, really beneficial to stick with it because you have a better sense of being connected into the ground. And as you get older, that's really important, but actually it's important for everybody so that we have this different feeling that we feel more connected to the ground. And there's more information about that in the Tai Chi introductory broadcast that we did. So if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. So we've been going through a series of movements, and if you're standing, hopefully, just check in with your feet, that your feet are shoulder width apart. So that's about like this far apart for me. So there's a good gap between your feet, and that the feet are pointing forwards, that the knees are unlocked. And just before we start, let's just shake the hands out. And the elbows. And the shoulders too. It helps the circulation come down the arms all the way into the hands. Maybe if you look at your hands now, they may have changed a slightly pinker colour. And then, just so that we can feel our feet in the ground, let's come up onto the toes and down. Up again and down. Up and down. And then this time when you come down, see if you can go onto your heels, so lift your toes up, and you might find that it's easier if you put your hands out. So as we go up and then come down and lift the toes up, it's a bit wobbly. Brings our attention into the soles of the feet. So we're just coming up on the heels and up on the toes. Lovely. So we had a look at exercise number 5 last time, which is called swinging arms. Some people like the names of the exercises. I generally go by the numbers, but there are some names which I feel do add to the exercise. So learn the names if you like. So let's go straight into the first one, which is commencing form. So shoulder width apart feet, knees are unlocked, and as we breathe in, we just bring the arms up to shoulder width and let them float back down again as we breathe out. So breathing in, breathing out. It's like as we breathe in, we allow the breath to inflate our body. And then we let it relax back down with the out-breath. Feeling the feet connected into the ground, into the carpet or the floor. And just allowing yourself just to be with the movement of the exercise. And it comes into the second one, broadening the chest, breathing in, breathing out. So as we breathe in, we allow it to inflate us up. As we breathe out, we relax back down into the ground. Your attention is in your body. Following your breath. Seeing if you can be in those two things at the same time is really good. That will really help you to come out of your thinking mind. As you're breathing in, you're feeling your body expand. As you breathe out, you're feeling your body relax. Let everything drop into the ground through your feet. The elbows are relaxed, helps the shoulders stay down and relaxed. And the hands float up as you breathe in and relax back down as you breathe out. One more. For the third exercise, called painting a rainbow, for me it's a bit like a tree swaying in the wind. So as we breathe into this central position where our weight is 50-50 in our feet. So this is breathing in. And then as we turn, we breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So you just have to mirror me. So that's probably your left. And this is your leaning over to the right. So whichever way you're leaning, so if this is the left, the weight comes into the opposite foot. So that you can relax the weight down. And it wants to come down. If that exercise isn't working for you, then have a look at Tai Chi Session number 1, where there's a bit more detail about the weight in that one. Because if your weight's going into the wrong foot, then you won't be able to relax into it. You won't be able to let go into it. So it's quite a challenging posture anyway to find the relaxation in it. But if you stick with it, you'll find it is there. Then the fourth one, crossing hands. So we sit down, I'll show you that, sitting down, with the hands crossed over the knees. And we breathe in, we make this big circle, looking up at the ceiling. As we breathe out, we let the head relax, we let everything relax. Head looking at the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. We let everything relax, the mouth comes open. Breathing out. To stand up, we push down into the ground. Push down, sending the roots into the ground, allowing us to come to our full size as we breathe in. And then we had a look at exercise number 5, swinging arms. So we're still, if you just check that you're still 50-50, your weight is distributed evenly between your 2 feet, that they're shoulder width apart. And then essentially what we're doing is we're turning the body, turning the waist. As we turn the waist, step forward a minute. As we turn the waist, this hand comes to the front in a push, and the other hand comes back. And then we just carry on with that. I don't know if it helps you as an image, but it always reminded me of Tarzan swinging through the jungle. It's just getting the feeling of pushing from each foot, turning the waist, allowing the torso to turn, the head moving in the same direction as the torso, as the chest. And just having that feeling of the arms swinging. Lovely. So again, that's an exercise that takes a little practice. So don't worry with any of these exercises if the hands aren't quite right or it doesn't look quite the same. Just go with the feeling of it. Just go with the feeling of having your body moving through space, giving yourself this time to devote yourself to easing your body out, because your body is the place where all the tensions accumulate, all the emotions that show up in the body that maybe aren't dealt with at the time. They're just taken on by the body and they're held in the form of tension. And when you give your attention to your body in this, not in a mental way, but in it directly connecting to the feeling of how your body is, the body has this opportunity to release itself. So the less that we can be busy in our mind, the more that our body can be heard, and the more that releasing takes place. And having that connection with the ground is the way that the body can begin to feel the calmness of just being in the present, and realizes it's the time that it can release any tensions that have been held up. So time goes really quickly on these things. So let's just have a quick look at the next exercise. It's number 6. It's called rowing a boat, which is a bit like the cross hand one. It's number 4, but we make a big circle with our arms like this. Come down. As we stand up, the head comes back. As we breathe out, the head comes forward. I just do that sideways so you can have a look at that. Stand a bit closer. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out.